Thank you very much for coming to the Dental Fee Negotiator website. My name is Tim Quirt. I'm a practicing dentist from central Wisconsin. Many years ago, I actually had 14 dental practices. Subsequently sold them in 2012. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is the fact that I was able to grow to that size because of really a couple big things, one of them being negotiations with insurance companies. I decided to create the Dental Fee Negotiator because we're able to see 10 to 40% increases in dentists' reimbursements. So a long time ago, I was getting fed up with our write-offs. I was getting fed up with PPOs in general. And I decided, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit here and complain? I can't drop them because I'm going to lose a lot of patients, and either fortunately or unfortunately, that's a big way that patients are able to pay for treatment these days. So I took the other end of the spectrum and I said, I'm going to call them up and try to negotiate. Now at that time, so let's say 10 years ago, that was kind of unheard of. So after a lot of trial and error and some hang-ups, we were able to create a system. Now I'm not saying it's foolproof, I'm not saying every single insurance company will be able to negotiate, but we are seeing some larger increases. It's rare, very rare, that I'm not seeing at least an average size practice of $600,000 to $700,000 in annual revenue get an increase of $30,000 or more. That's typically what we see. So it's rare to see them go any below that. So just keep that in mind. If you're taking a decent size or a decent amount of PPOs and you're doing a decent amount of revenue with them, this is a way of getting almost free revenue coming to you. This is, in other words, lost revenue because you deserve it. Now, some of these insurance companies are difficult to work with. If you give us your information, so it should be on, this side of the website here, you can give us your email address and we will be able to send you a report. And in that report, it will tell you how to get some of those reimbursements back, and also tell you a little bit about my company. So it'll also lay out some steps on how you can do some negotiations. The other thing you can do if you want even more information, or if you want to dive into a little bit more detail, is on the bottom of the website here. So the webinar registration. We are doing those live because of demand once, sometimes twice a week. There's quite a few people that have been contacting us, especially lately, to do these types of negotiations. Because again, you're either going to do them and get this essentially free money, these restored profits, I guess you could say, or not. What happens though is if you contact us, we can still give you that free report, but we will send you what we call an insurance profile summary. And in that insurance profile summary is just a list of all the insurances that you currently are contracted with, and we will do an analysis, a completely free analysis, in a real quick meeting after that analysis is completed. So several days after you complete that insurance profile summary, we will schedule a meeting, and for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, myself and my team, again, the team of over 20 people, it won't be all of us on the call, but all 20 of us are going to be analyzing and figuring out what your area looks like, what insurances you currently have, which ones we can negotiate with, which ones, now you don't have to do this, which ones you might want to add, because again, I won't get into all the details, some of these insurances are on shared networks. If we can increase a couple of them, we can put in another insurance company that's a shared network, and you can get a higher fee schedule on that and more patients. And we also add in there a program we call DentalWise, which is a dental membership plan for the patients that you have that are fee-for-service. Won't get into all this detail, but that's all part of our analysis. After that analysis, we'll discuss if you want to move ahead with us and have us negotiate for you behind the scenes. Sometimes that takes between, 90 days up to 6 months, so three to 6 months to do all these negotiations. Typically, people have us do it for them, and we just kind of spread it out during that whole time. Now, most people ask at this point in time, hey, it sounds great, I want the 10 to 40% increases, take a peek at what insurances I'm on. We also want to see what you've done in the last 12 months, just like a report. Don't worry about it right now, we'll talk to your team about it on what you've done in the last 12 months. But how we get paid, number one, is there's a small activation fee, and then we pay monthly for 6 months. Because again, it takes a long time, a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of faxes to negotiate. So there's a small fee then monthly and a small activation fee. If we can't, after several months, negotiate with even one insurance company, we give you all the money back. I don't want to work with anybody if we can't get you some type of success. So just keep that in mind. After our analysis, by the way, if you don't want to work with us, it's complete. You can have the analysis, you can have everything, but we've been, just inundated with a lot of phone calls and a lot of people starting negotiations, and that brings up one last point. We can't do this for everybody in the country. For example, if you're in a city with a lot of dentists, and 10 of them call us and say, hey, we want to negotiate, we really only can take one per geographic location. And the reason is, it's not a sales thing, the reason is the insurance companies will get spooked. They will not want to negotiate anymore. So again, that's why we have our team spread out throughout the whole country. I utilize a lot of different types of people, different styles of negotiations, different content, all that stuff. We've got that all under one, not under one roof, because again, they're all over the place. So again, if you want to have, want to discuss with us or talk with us, give us a call. We can answer any questions. If you want the free report, that's on the upper right-hand corner of the website. If you want a little bit more detail, join us for one of our webinars. We'd love to have you there. And again, we hope to work with you, and all to your success. We really appreciate it.